Hello everyone. How are you? Hope all is well and you are looking after number one. Yes, that's you. Remember, life is so crazy right now. Expect the unexpected. Never tell anyone everything about you, but always be ready for anybody to switch up on you at any time. Happy new month, guys. If today, the 1st of December 2023, is your birthday, happy birthday. If your birthday is further on in the month, happy birthday when it comes. Bless. So, the day we've been waiting on, the demon from hell, Leoda Bradshaw, and her cousin, Roland Balfour, to appear in court is today. Now, Leoda Bradshaw and her cousin Roland Balfour have been further remanded until March next year. These two defendants are charged with abduction and capital murder of 10-month-old Sarayah Paulwell, daughter of MP Phillip Paulwell, and Tashana Patterson, the mother of Sarayah. This morning, when the case was mentioned in the Home Circuit Court, the prosecutor indicated the case file was incomplete. Justice Vinette Graham Allen made an order for an outstanding statement to be submitted by January 30th and the forensic certificates by February the 29th, and that is of 2024. Now, Leoda Bradshaw's attorney, Miss Martin, is seeking the information from the previous accused, as Leoda's team of attorneys is so focused on getting their hands on that information. I guess they want to know what information they had spoken of and what is there about them and what they have revealed, so they can help their client Leoda Bradshaw to not reveal too much. That's what I'm assuming. As Leoda Bradshaw and her cousin Rowan Balfour have not pleaded guilty as yet, because they want to know what kind of deal was made with the first two who were sentenced already, as they will be the ones that will be testifying against Leoda Bradshaw and her cousin Roland Balfour. However, the court indicated that the proceedings dealing with the two already sentenced was done in camera and the files are sealed. So now Martin, Leoda Bradshaw's attorney, is indicating that she will be taking all the necessary actions to have those files unsealed. You want to see how these people are going to use the law and semantics to draw out this case and run ring a roses around the people of Jamaica waiting to hear some kind of verdict? Now, do you think, after all that we have just heard, we will be getting real justice in this case? I know that it's our attorney and they will have to try everything to defend their client, but this is going to be a long and tedious trial. I can see it. Because firstly, the attorney wants the information on what was said and what arrangement was made with the previous two are sentenced already. Right then and there, based on that information, she will know how to guide Leoda Bradshaw and Balfour how to say what, when, where, what to admit to and what not to admit to. I don't think they should be able to unseal those information. We need Leoda Bradshaw to come give us the information that we don't know. We want her to come chatting. You understand? Because we don't know, say, there is more to this than what meets the eye. There is just so much missing parts. Leoda Bradshaw is alleged to have been an orphan who her parents had died quite early in her life. So she grew up between family members and the Salvation Army church downtown, and as she was a frequent visitor to the church. She later went overseas and neutralized as a citizen of the USA, where she joined the Navy as a culinary specialist, a cook, and has been in a long-term relationship with MP for Easton Kingston, Phillip Paulwell, and they have an 8-year-old daughter together. Now, we may have varying views on how this whole plot started to take out Phillip Paulwell's next baby mother, Tashana Patterson, and her 10-month-old daughter, Sarayah Paulwell. But the fact of the matter is, this all started when Phillip Paulwell alleges his accounts were being hacked. Then he was being extorted. Very soon after, baby mother and baby missing. At first, many people were thinking because he had talked about his account being hacked and he's been extorted, we think maybe this would have been a case where they were held for ransom and they needed money or something like that. But through that, in the beginning there, we never heard him come out and even say anything. Even though that's what we were thinking, the last thing Jamaica and the people in the diaspora was thinking, that this would have turned out to be a capital murder case on the baby and her mother. Remember, he was never close to the baby and their mother, it's alleged, you know. And he was not the first person to put them out as missing either. It was one of Tashana Patterson's close family member who put out the full details all over social media, leaving me to wonder what could have been the relationship between MP Phillip Paulwell's account being scammed and hacked, and the mother of his child and their baby eventually turning up missing, then brutally taken out. Because somehow it seemed like that case is solved. There is no more scammers calling him, no more hacking of his account. Where are the investigations on that? Some pieces are missing right there, so could it have been an exaggerated situation? Could it mean that there were crucial damning information being exposed and it was thought to be because of Tashana Patterson? Because they were indeed allegedly having differences over the DNA of the baby. Could they have in their head accused her wrongfully? Because allegations are there were talk of her allegedly being with another popular politician. Could it be they thought she knew a lot and was passing on information? There is many things to this. It's not just straightforward. No jealousy thing straightforward. There's a lot of missing parts moving around right here. Because obviously, there was no relationship with Phillip Paulwell and the baby. And that's when Leoda Bradshaw got involved. So much so that they had a heated argument on Facebook or over social media where Tashana Patterson blocked her. Somehow, she reached Jamaica and was able to connect back with Tashana Patterson. Either through the common baby father that they share phone, or somehow, because remember she had blocked her, she was able to talk to her enough to let her feel comfortable with her. So much so that they planned to meet up with each other. Right there, so somebody got them together to have a conversation. It wasn't just the two of them meeting, each reaching out to each other and just chatting. Something going, somebody else involved there, so for them to come around and get comfortable talking to each other again. Tom junk, but Tom no fool. So much so that they plan to talk to each other, woman to woman, to get things sorted out. And if they're going to sort out the DNA involve more than just Leoda Bradshaw and Tashana Patterson and Sarayah Paulwell. And then plan B was to just get rid of them. This case is not just a pure case of jealousy. Something got to give. Something missing. I know they would want us to just believe, okay, Navy officer live in the USA, have her man in Jamaica that she loved very much. She has a child with him. This same man she alleges to have threesomes with share him with other women. It's alleged and not a secret he's very promiscuous with a large sexual appetite for any sex. But Leoda Bradshaw finds out he has a baby mother and child, instantly got jealous, and instantly plans to take them out, fly to Jamaica to meet with men at the house she was staying to put the plot into play. We to believe the owner of the house was not there, and if they were there, they never asked who these men were either. A few days later, the owner of the vehicle heard his vehicle being described as the one that picked up his baby mother and his daughter, but him still never question it. Important question if you don't know what is going on would be, how they got my vehicle? And who was driving it? And if it is not Leoda Bradshaw driving it, how they got the vehicle? But you're telling me still never suspected anything, even though you guys are in the same house. For the life of me, I can't understand that. Maybe I'm not the brightest bulb, but I don't know how that could have worked. You hear your woman name keep being mentioned in the media until she put out a big statement, which we know now was pure lies, but you still never question it. Worse, she no live in Jamaica, so how for her name a call so strong on this matter? I would have been wondering. And you still suspected nothing. Leoda Bradshaw, their prisoner, still get special treatment. Why? You know that Tashaina Patterson and Leoda Bradshaw, your two women, were in talkings from Leoda Bradshaw was overseas. And you must have known somewhere along the line they end up in some arguments. You would have to know that, because guess what? Remember she asked you about the baby, which she herself explained in her long message that she put out on social media when you admit that you're possibly the father. So obviously you know they were in contact. But for things to get this heated, to double take out, it's not just a pure case of jealousy. Anyone with eyes in them head can see something is still missing from this plot. And it's likely they could wrongly or rightly have suspected Tash of something more. As if this was a case of a straightforward hit, it never would have to be so elaborate. It happened every day in Jamaica. None of them is this elaborate. The wickedest thing about this, more information and details of this matter would only be known by who organized the plots from the beginning. And unless something dramatic happened, we may never know. Because watch this case very keenly. It could just be purely a case of just sentencing, no cross-questioning, no cross-examination, so all information end up being sealed. For what reason and for who? Guys, the fact that Leoda Bradshaw was a part of this whole thing doesn't mean that she is any less innocent. She's as evil as they get. She's a demon from hell. She is soulless and heartless. But is she the only orchestrator of this plot? Remember all the little hitmen them that was around and the Tagalan that did the crime, you know? They are not the big fish, you know. They were just there to eat her food and try to fit in to get some benefits. But the root of all this, it would be interesting to find out. So now we're going to have to wait until March 6, 2024 to find out what new gimmicks goes down in court. Because I know they're going to draw it out because they are trying to get the information on the previous two that was sentenced. So we will be having a long journey with this case. Guys, don't take your eye off it. Don't let it be forgotten. we can never forget 10-month-old Sarayah Paulwell and her mother, Tashana Patterson. Whatever the situation is, it was a gruesome way to go. Anyway, guys, please comment in the comment section your ideas, your views, and what you think, what you believe the outcome will be. Do you believe they are going to bring it down to some kind of plea bargain and she get a slap on the wrist sentence? Or do you really think she's going to get the appropriate sentence for this crime? Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to my platform, please. Love you all. Bye for now.